Welcome back. Now, the frenzy of defections we're seeing among Nigerian politicians may not end soon, as the general election is still over 5 months away, which is a long time in politics. And as you would expect, leaders of both sides of the divide are doing all they can to make a huge political capital out of it. So the bigger the fish you catch, the more noise you make about it. Just imagine how both the APC and the PDP celebrated the defections of both the Senate President Bukola Saraki and former Senate Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio, and you would understand what I mean. Now, I have been speaking to the former Deputy National Chairman of the PDP, Chief Bode George, about the wave of defections. I began by asking him what he makes of it.
That is not new in this country. Remember 2015 election, when some of senators and governors got dissatisfied with certain happenings in our party. I remember we were at the convention and they walked out of the convention. We tried to assuage the pains they had and all that, but they went to the APC. At that time, nobody complained. They thought it was okay. But I remember very vividly my comments at that time was that when you are a landlord and you're living in your own house, if the house is leaking, do you abandon your house to go and be a tenant? I said to them that you cannot compare something that came up from an original concept to a contraption, a congregation of strange bedfellows, which was APC. And I said, don't worry, before long, they will run back. And it's not even up to a full one term. They then realized that in terms of democratic dispensation, I'm not saying we are absolutely perfect, because no system is perfect. No human being is also perfect. But if you have to grade it between 0 and 10, we are almost 8, while the APC is just struggling to be 1. And there's nothing sacrosanct about it. I mean, there's nothing that is illegal about it. It's a free world, free thinking. The beauty of it is this: the political parties in this country are not ideologically based. You know, like to say you are absolutely conservative or you are liberal, center right, right, or left, or center left. That has not crept into our system. All we do here is to look at the basic needs of our people. Good education, good housing, good infrastructure for ease of transportation, movement of goods and services, and agricultural development, and good economic indices. Once you get this done, that's all our people are waiting for now. Not you are liberal or you are conservative. So if they move easily from one end to the other, it is because they are disgruntled about the management style in that particular organization. And we had done a post-mortem analysis of what happened to us, what led to the failure. And we have come up with a solution. We knew we erred in some areas. And to err is human, but to forgive is divine. And we were bold enough to come publicly. The national chairman, we had a conference where he apologized to the people of Nigeria and to our party members that yes, we had made certain errors in the past. And he apologized. If he was bold enough to do that, they know that we are now acting as proper human beings, not pretenders. We knew all was not hunky-dory. We made the mistakes, but we have corrected it. And it's a new PDP in terms of respect for the rule of law, respect for for the constitution of our party, the tenets of the constitution of our party. And we are also saying to people that we will be better managers, having experienced the mistakes of the past. And of course, in life, you look back into your history, avoid the pitfalls of the past, so you can move forward.
There had been recent reports on social media alleging that Chief Bode George lamented the defection of Senator Akpabio and that the senator would not have left the party if he was the national chairman of the PDP. Well, Chief George has flatly denied that report, saying it's nothing but fake news.
Akpabio is not a kid. If he decided to swim against the tide, from my professional calling, I retired as a Commodore in the Navy. And I spent about a quarter of a century in the Navy. You don't swim against the tide. If you swim against the tide, you are going to sink. Because the natural flow of the water, of the river, when it's flowing, it's stronger than the reverse. Now, a lot of people are moving from one location in a direction. That's a tsunami. And then you decided to go against the tsunami. What do you think will happen? I don't know what went into his mind. And when I listened yesterday at his declaration, he was laughable. Bola Tinubu and all the other leaders are now accusing them and saying PDP has almost liquidated the finances of Akwa Ibom State. Now, who was the governor at that time? Who was standing before them being introduced? And you could see, if you see the congregation of those who were there, you know that they were imported. Akwa Ibom is a one-party state. Whatever went into Akpabio's mindset, I don't know, but it's a monumental mistake politically. He had a very solid voice, respectable, responsible in the party. I could still remember many occasions he would stand up, the transformation, the that, the this, and he is a gifted orator. Now, to make an about face within a short time, there must be something wrong. We have this saying in my part of the world, when you see somebody, an old man running in the public, is either there is something running to catch him up, or he's running away from some hell. So I don't know whatever it is that is in his mind, but all these fake people and these lunatics who are saying, I said if I were chairman, so what would I have done to an adult? These are terrible people. And I am not that kind of person. If I don't like something, I don't hide it. You can see it 1 mile away from me. But to say that if I were chairman, so what we chairman? That chapter is closed. We have a competent fellow who is the chairman of the party, and he's doing his utmost best. No human being can finish the job. Let him, we will support him to make sure that the PDP comes back to the State House.
We'll take another break now, and when we come back, senior advocate of Nigeria and foremost human rights lawyer Femi Falana weighs in on the defection drama. On Deji 360, we don't just ask the questions. What is wrong with amending the Constitution the way the National Assembly members have been doing it? We seek answers.
Constitution is constituent. Our problem is not lack of laws. Our problem is lack of the willpower to implement our laws.
Answers that provide clarity.
While we negotiate, we should try to make it a point that the girls must be complete.
The clarity you need to make informed judgment so that you can make the right decision and take action. People are saying it is you politicians that are responsible for this, that you are the reason why this is happening.
All these dollars that call themselves governors in this country?
I wish we had people like Tony at the National Assembly.
God forbid that I go to join that band.
Deji 360, providing clarity to issues.